and I turned 20, and there we were. There I was, on my way to a war. It was a very unpleasant war, although I didn't have as hard a time as other people. It still was not a experience I wanted to repeat, but still, I don't know, there was just something about Japan. Maybe it was R&R, which a lot of fellows went on, where they gave you a few days off in Korea, out of Korea, and then there was just something about Japan. I had to see it again. And this time not wearing a uniform. And so that's the way we went. And reading the editor and publisher, a magazine published for people in newspapers, I saw that they were advertising for reporters. Well, with no real hope, I thought, of getting to, I mean, after all, I was living in Los Angeles. I just saw this and I said, well, I'll give it a try. I did, and here I am. That was my first steps toward the Far East. I applied for the job, was happily astonished when I was accepted, and then I lived all those years in Tokyo, and covered most of the Far East. Japan, Korea, again, but this time I wore civilian clothes and did newspaper work from all over. Money counted too, because at that time Korea was such an undesirable place that they gave you extra money for being there. And hey, that sounded fine. And then I would get back to Japan from time to time. And then getting back to Korea, well, wasn't exactly the most wonderful thing, but I somehow got to love that country very much too. And I found out something. That was my side of the world. I wanted the Far East. And I got back all over many, many, many times. And then came Vietnam. And I came closer there to coming in very serious harm's way. And I never particularly wanted to do that, but there it was. It was all experience. And so was writing about it all those years. I wrote about it for Pacific Stars and Stripes. And then, much of it, I never wanted to leave. And so, my wife, my darling wife, suggested that I put my experiences together in a book. And I said, yes, I think I've written things that would go well in a book. Even the unpleasant experience of being shot at a few times. But here is the book. And I very much hope a lot of people read it and appreciate what I did all over those years.